Okay, here he has given a top view length, front view length, and the true length, and the positions of A in the HP and VP in this problem. The top view of 75 mm long line AB measures 65 mm, while the length of its front view is 50 mm. One end A is in the HP and 12 mm in front of VP. Draw the projections of AB and determine its inclinations with HP and VP. So, what will you do? First, you will draw the reference line. First, you will draw the reference line XY and you will mark the positions of A and B. Here he has given the positions of A and B. He has given it is 12 mm in front of VP. It's one end A is in the HP, one end is in the HP and 12 mm in front of VP. One end is in the HP and 12 mm in front of VP. It is 12 mm in front of VP. Here I have a point A dash. Here I have a point A. Then this one will be the locus of A dash, locus of A. This one will be the A dash on the reference line. Then he has given what he has given the data. He has given the true length and also he has given the true length as 75 mm. He has given AB length as 75 mm. And he has given top view for long line AB measures 65 mm. He has given top view as 65 mm. Top view length as 65 and front view length also he has given. Front view length as given front view length as 50 mm. The length, while the length of the front view is 50 mm. Okay. So, first you will mark the top view length. The top view will be always in the HP. Understand? So, I am marking the top view as a 50 mm. So, I am marking 65 mm, sir. Top view as a 65 mm. So, I am marking here 65 here. Understand? And given front view as 50 mm. So, I am marking front view as 50 mm. This is nothing but this is V2 dash. This one is V2 dash. This one is V1. Understand? We have a point on the locus of A and locus of A dash. After that, you know the true length. Okay. So what you are going in the reverse manner. Understand? Previously from the true length, you have projected downwards. From there you have drawn the arc. Understand? But here you are going in the reverse manner. What you are doing is, I am projecting this one upward. No. I am projecting this one downward. Understand? I am projecting this one upward. Now, are you able to understand? I am projecting this one upward, this line upwards and this line downwards. I know the true length are 75 mm. So, I am taking 75 mm on the compass, A dash as a center. I am cutting an arc here with a 75. Similarly, I am cutting an arc which is 75 here from A as a center. Understand? First, I have marked the positions of A and A dash. This 12 mm in front of VP and in HP. After that, I have marked the positions of the front view and top view. This one will be your top view. Length he has given. This one will be your front view length here given. So I have projected, I will get a point B2 dash and B1 dash. So I have projected this B2 dash downwards, B1 dash upwards. Then I have taken the given true length as 75 on the compass. I have taken A dash as a center. I have cut an arc on this green line. Here I will get a point. Which point I will get? I will get a point B1 dash.
B1 dash.
Understand? Similarly, here I will get a point B2. Understand? Then I will mark the locus here. This one will be the locus of B dash. Here also I will mark the locus of B. After that, okay, take A dash as a center, B2 dash as a radius. Take A dash as a center, B2 dash as a radius. I will draw an arc. Take A dash as a center, B2 dash as a radius. I will draw an arc. Here I will get a point B dash. I will join this two. And I will join this one also. A dash, B1 dash, A dash, B dash. I have drawn an arc in this direction. So this inclination is theta. This inclination is alpha. Similarly, I will join this one. Then I will take A, B1 as a radius, A as a center. I have drawn another arc. Okay, I have joined this one. Here I will get a point called B. Understand? I will get a point called B. This one will be your top view. This one will be your front view. This inclination is phi. This inclination is theta. Okay. In this way you have to draw. If you want to draw the traces, okay, this point is cutting on the reference line. We will get a H point here. When I project H here on the top view, here only you have a horizontal trace. Next I am projecting this line here. It is cutting on the reference line. I will get a V point. I am projecting front view here. So I am projecting this point V here. Understand? On the front view line, I will get a vertical trace. Is it clear? Uma, is it clear? Okay, right. Next, I am going to the next problem. This is the last problem from the line. Yesterday, some student చెప్పండమ్మా.
సార్ 23rd చెప్పండి సార్. అంటే అక్కడ ఇంక్లినేషన్ ఏతో గీయాలో బీతో గీయాలో తెలియట్లేదు సార్.
23rd. A straight line AB of 75 mm has NA on VP, the NB on HP. The line is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and its front view makes an angle of 45 degrees with X5. Draw the projections of the line. ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఇచ్చాడంటే స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ 75 mm long, NA on VP, NB on HP. The line is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and its front view makes an angle of, he has given the inclination of a line AB, 75 mm long, is inclined. VP means you will draw the inclination in HP and it makes an angle of 45 degrees with X5. Front view అంటే మనం VP లో డ్రా చేస్తాము. ఆ వచ్చిన ఇంక్లినేషన్ ని 75 తో కట్ చేసి పైకి ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేస్తాం. ఈ ప్రాబ్లం నేను మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను లాస్ట్ లో. ఓకే, ఆల్రెడీ 7:30. జస్ట్ చూడండి మీరు, నేను రాకపోతే మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను లాస్ట్ లో. Okay, this is one more problem. The front view of a 125 mm long line PQ measures 80 mm and its top view measures 100 mm. Its MQ and the midpoint M are in the first quadrant, M being 20 mm from both the planes. Draw the projections of the line PQ. Understand? Okay, this is the same problem which we have done previously just now. That is in the normal lines, this one is in the midpoint. Here he has given the front view of line AB has given. Line AB as 125 mm. Line AB as 125 mm is given. Line AB as 125 mm long. The PQ line, the front view of 125 mm long line PQ measures the front view as 80 mm and top view as 100 mm. M being 20 mm from both the planes. The midpoint is 20 mm from the both the planes. So how will you draw? Just see here. Here you have a reference line XY. Okay. Then M being 20 mm from both the points. So I am taking M as M dash, locus of M dash, whereas locus of M dash, locus of M. I am taking this point as M dash, this point as M. Okay, here he has given the line AB as 125 mm long. AB is 125 and here he has given front view is 80, top view is 100. Front view is 80, top view is 100. Okay, he has given this data. Front view as 80 and top view as 100. So, first what will you do? You will mark the distance of a front view. Only you will consider half distance. It is a midpoint problem. Understand? So, here we will consider 80 mm. I am considering 80 mm means I am considering 40 here. Front view as a 40 here. Considering 40 at this point is, has given it as PQ. The rotation is PQ dot AB. Has given notations as PQ. This one will be Q2. Understand? This is the projection from the downwards. This one will be Q2. Q2 dash. Okay. Then you have another point. There is the other point. Other point here it is. It is 100 means you will take 50. Copy as 50 here. Copy as 50. This one is Q1. Understand? After that, what will you do? You will go in the reverse manner. Okay. I am projecting it downward. I am projecting it upward. Okay. You know, same problem whatever you have done in the, just Before that, the problem is same model. Okay, here it is 125 has given. 125 is nothing but 62.5. Understand? 62.5 mm. Here you are considering MQ as 62.5 mm. So I am taking 62.5 mm as a radius, M dash as a center. I am cutting an arc here. Okay. I am cutting an arc here. Understand? Similarly, I am cutting an arc here, M as a center. I am cutting an arc here. Then I am joining these two. Here also I am joining this one. Understand? I am joining this one. I know the inclination. I have got theta and I have got a phi. So I am projecting it downwards. Another 62.5. I am projecting it downwards. Here I am projecting another 62.5 here. Understand? Okay. Here I will get this point as B1 dash. This point as A1 dash. Okay. This point as B2 dash. This B2. This point as B2. This point as A2. Then I will draw the locus here. Here also I will draw the locus. Here also I will draw the locus. Understand? Here also I will get the locus. Okay. Then I know the radius here. So I am taking, similarly I can mark, here he has given a front view as 80 mm. I have drawn 40 here. Here I will draw another 40. Understand? Here I will draw another 40. This point is nothing but, what is this point? I will project this one in upward. Here I will get the point. I will project this one A2 upward. Here I will get point A2 dash. This one. You can mark directly as well. Here I have marked Q2 dash. I have come into it. Okay, I will change the notation. It's Q2. This one is Q1 dash. This one is Q2. Oh, sorry. This one will be Q1 dash. This one will be P1 dash. This one is P2. This one is Q2. Okay. This one is P2 dash. Understand? Now is it clear? I have taken this point as P2 dash. Then I am drawing the arc here. M dash Q1 dash as a radius. I will draw the arc here. M dash P2 dash as a radius. I will draw an arc here. Here I will get a point. Here I will get a point. Q dash P dash. I will join both of them. Understand? In the similar manner, here also I am measuring MQ1. So I am projecting this P1, I'm projecting this P1 dash here. Understand? Here I will get P1. Understand? Here I will get P1. So I am taking MQ1 and MP1 as a radius. MQ1 as a radius, M as a center. I am drawing an arc here. Okay. Similarly, I am taking MP1 as a radius, M as a center. I'm drawing arc here. Understand? Here I will get a point P. Here I will get a point P. Here I will get a point Q. I am joining both P, Q. Understand? In this way you can join. Okay. Is that clear? Is it clear? Anybody has any doubt? Or else you can draw this half part directly without this projection. Or else you can draw this half part directly. Already you have a true length here, 62.5 we have marked. So I have drawn directly here. Already if you project this round, here you will get MQ1. You can extend it another half here directly. Without the projections also you can draw. Understand? Is it clear? Anybody has any doubt? I am moving to the next topic. Can I move to the next topic? Our next topic is projection of planes. If you have any doubt, I will explain after this topic. Okay. I need to complete this planes topic today. Okay. Okay, projection of planes. A plane is nothing but what do you know? Previously I have studied about points, lines. Now you are going to study about planes. Planes is nothing but a plane figure or a surface. A plane figure or a surface have only two dimensions, either length or a breadth. Okay, they don't have thickness. The plane figures may be assumed by a plane and its projection can be drawn if the position of the plane with respect to the principal plane of the projection is known. Understand? Plane is nothing but a which has two dimensions, length and breadth. If a circle is there which has one dimension, that is a diameter. Circle and semicircle, they have a diameter. Types of planes and their projections. You have a perpendicular plane and oblique plane. Okay, perpendicular planes means perpendicular to both the reference plane, perpendicular to one plane and parallel to other, perpendicular to one plane and inclined to other. These are the conditions in the planes. I will explain. Perpendicular to both the planes. Perpendicular to both the planes means the plane is perpendicular to both the planes. Here he has given that the condition is the plane is perpendicular to both the planes. When you see here, okay, in this condition, it is a horizontal plane. This is your horizontal plane. Okay, is it visible? This is your horizontal plane and this one will be your vertical plane. This one will be your vertical plane. This is your horizontal plane and this one will be vertical plane. In this condition, here you have a plane. This is a square. Understand? You are considering one plane. That is, here you will consider only regular figures. Okay. Here you are considering only the regular polygon. And means all the sides are equal. So here the first condition is it is perpendicular to both the reference planes. Okay. It is perpendicular to HP and perpendicular to VP. This is the condition. In this condition, it is perpendicular to both the planes. Understand? The plane is like this. If the plane is like this, then it will be perpendicular to both the planes. Understand? If it is perpendicular to one plane and parallel to other. Suppose now it is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. See here. Now it is, this plane is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. Another condition is, it is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. Understand? This is one condition. Perpendicular to HP, parallel to VP. Is it clear? Now it is perpendicular to both the planes. This plane is perpendicular to vertical plane, perpendicular to horizontal plane. Now when you rotate like this, understand, it is parallel to HP. Parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. What happens when you see here? See clearly, if it is perpendicular to HP and perpendicular to VP, perpendicular to both the planes. If free from the front, only one line is visible in VP. Similarly, when you see from the top, only one line will be visible. The front view is also a straight line. The top view is also a single line. When it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP, in this condition, when it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP, here the top view will be the square and the front view will be the line. Understand? When I am projecting this one on the HP, the top view will be the square. When I am projecting on the VP, the front view will be the line. When it is parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. When I am projecting it on the VP, in the VP you have a square. The front view will be the square, and when I am projecting downwards on the HP, the top view will be the line. Understand? These are the conditions. Okay? These are the three conditions. Here in the PDF. Is it clear? Here in the PDF, it is perpendicular to both the reference plane. Okay, in the HP you have a straight line. In the VP also, the line is visible. The VP also, you have a line. Similarly, when it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP, in the first figure in this diagram, parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP, here you have like this. In the HP you have a square, in the VP you have a line. When it is parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP, you have a triangle. This is the projection you are projecting. You have a triangle here in the VP and the line. When I am projecting it downwards, what happens? I have only a straight line here. Understand? So, I have a line here. Here also when I am projecting this one here, so it will form a square in the HP. When I am projecting here, only I have a line here. Understand? Next condition is perpendicular to one plane and inclined to other. Perpendicular to one plane and inclined to other. That means how will you do the inclination here? It's very important. Perpendicular to one plane and inclined to other. Now it is here. Now it is parallel 0 degrees with HP. When I make the inclination will be like this. Understand? The first inclination will be like this. Always you need to remember the first inclination will be always the surface inclination. This total surface is inclined. The first inclination will be always the surface inclination. Now it is inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. If I take like this, now it is 0 degrees with VP. Now it is inclined to 0 degrees with VP, parallel to VP, 0 degrees with VP. Now if I make the inclination, what happens? It is inclined to VP and perpendicular to see here. It is 0 degrees with VP. Now it is inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. This is the condition where always the first inclination will be the surface inclination. Is it clear? Now it is inclined. Okay, these are the conditions he has written. First one is, when it is perpendicular to both the planes, you have a straight line. When it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. Parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP, you have like this. Understand? When it is parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP, you have like this. When it is inclined to HP. Inclined to HP means the inclination will be seen in the VP. Inclined to HP means it will be like this. Inclined to VP means we will draw the inclination in HP. It will be like this. Understand? You know that the traces are same like this. If it is perpendicular to both the planes, these lines are known as the traces. If it is inclined, this line, projection line is known as a trace. Understand? This one will be trace. If it is a horizontal, there will be no traces. Understand? Here there are no traces. When you do the problems, you can understand. Okay, just I am directly going to the problem. Okay. Always you have to remember that. Okay. The first inclination will be always the surface inclination. The second inclination will be the inclination of any side, diameter, diagonal. I will show you here one. He has given one problem to us. I'll explain that one. Before that one, I will show you here. Okay, see here carefully. This is a square which is resting on the HP. Now the first inclination, surface is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. Now I am making an 30 degrees inclination. This is the first inclination. The surface is inclined. Understand? The inclination will be visible in VP. I am saying it is inclined to HP means, okay, you have to draw the inclination in VP. So I am drawing in VP. Okay. Now always remember the first inclination will be the surface inclination. This surface is inclined now. After that the second inclination will be either side. I am saying that this diagonal is inclined or this resting side. This resting side AB is inclined. This one will be the second inclination. Understand? You have to draw. In the exam he will ask double inclination problem. Understand? Inclined to, okay. First you have a surface inclination, then this side is inclined. Okay. Then you have to draw the front view and top view of this plane. Understand? Ema ardhamautunda? Always you have to draw. The first inclination will be always surface inclination. The next inclination will be either a side or either a diagonal. If it is a diagonal AB, you have a two diagonals for the sphere. Now first is the surface inclination. First it is like this. I am saying that it is 30 degrees inclined to HP. I am making 30 degrees inclined, and I am saying that the diagonal AC is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. Now it is 45 degrees inclined to VP. Understand? Okay. When you solve the problem, you can understand it clearly. But remember that the first inclination will be always the surface inclination. The second inclination will be any dimension inclination, that is side or a diagonal or the diameter. Okay. So we will go to the problem. Before going to the problem, you know how to construct the plane. Here only you will use the regular polygon. Okay. First you will consider a square. I am taking the side as 30 mm. Okay. How to construct a square when a side is 30 mm? Here take 30 mm here. AB as a 30 mm. Okay. Mark 90 degrees. Cut 30 here. From here cut 30. From here cut 30. Will form a pair of a 30 mm side. You know how to draw a triangle. Triangle will be AB will be 30 mm. You will consider AB as 30 mm. From here you will cut 30. From here you will cut 30 using the compass. Understand? Next, I will go to the pentagon. Okay. How to draw the pentagon? The side is 30 mm. The angle of the pentagon is, internal angle is 108 degrees. Okay. You have a formula, theta is equal to 2n minus 4 by n into 90. 4 by n into 90. If you take this square as n is equal to number of sides. N is equal to 4 sides. 2 into 4 minus 4 by n into 90. By 4 into 90. That is 8 minus 4. 4 by 4 into 90. So you will get an angle as a 90 degrees square. If you consider a pentagon. If you consider the pentagon. Okay. How many sides are there for pentagon? 5 sides will be there. The formula will be theta is equal to 2n minus 4 by n into 90. That is 2 into 5 minus 4 by 5 into 90. That is 10 minus 4 by 5 into 90. That is 6 by 5 into 90. When you calculate it, here you will get The angle was 108. If you want to calculate for hexagon, this is for pentagon. If you want to calculate for hexagon, we take it as 6. Number of n is nothing but a number of sides. We take it as a 6 here. When you consider as 6, the angle for hexagon is 120 degrees. So how will you draw a pentagon? See here, I am taking a side. You can draw in different ways. I am taking a side as AB. AB as a side, 30 mm. I am marking 108 degrees, 108 degrees this side. This angle is 108. Understand? I am marking 108, 108. I am cutting 30 here, cutting 30 here. From here I am cutting 30, 30. From here I am cutting 30. It will form a pentagon. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you will draw the hexagon. Hexagon is, we will consider a side AB as 30 mm. The angle of the hexagon is theta is equal to 120 degrees. So I am taking 120 this side, 120 this side. I am marking the angle 120, 120. I am cutting 30, 30 here. Then I am drawing one line from here, one line from here. Understand? One vertical line from here. Then I am cutting, from here I am cutting 30, from here I am cutting 30. Okay, I am joining this thing. You will get a hexagon. You can draw hexagon using arcs method as well. Okay, this is using the inclination. Okay, you can draw using arcs method as well. How will you draw? In the arcs method, you see here. In the arcs method, I am taking 30 here. From here I will cut 30. 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 Okay, from here I will cut 30. 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 I will join all these points. I will form a hexagon. So draw it once again. I am taking side as 30 mm. Okay, from here I am cutting 30 here. From here I am cutting 30. From here I am cutting 30. From here at the center I am cutting 30. From here I am cutting 30. From this point I am cutting 30 here. From this point I am cutting 30. From this point I am cutting 30 here. From this point I am cutting 30 here. From this point I am cutting 30. I am cutting 30. Joining all these two. It will form a hexagon. Understand? In this way you have to draw the hexagon. Is it clear? If you want to draw a circle, you know, with a given radius, you will draw a circle. With the center point, you will mark the center point. From there you will mark the circle. You will divide it into 8 parts. You know how to divide it into 8 parts. Normally we will consider only 8 parts. You can consider if you want 12 parts. But it will take a time in the examination. So we are considering only 8 parts to minimize the time. If you want to draw a semicircle, you know that with a given diameter, you mark it, you mark the center point, you mark center, this as a radius, you draw an arc like this and divide it into 4 parts. Okay, this is a semicircle. If you want to draw a set square, if you want to draw set square, if you want to draw a set square, the set square has two angles, 30 degrees and 60 degrees at the two vertices. So I am considering one line like this. From here, I will mark one line as 30 degrees. From here, I will mark one line as this one is 30 degrees. I will mark as 60 degrees. From here, I will mark as 60 degrees. This one will be the set square. Okay. These are the basic polygons we'll use in the plane. Okay, can we move to the problem? Emma, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Just I am going to one problem. Just directly I am jumping to the double inclination problem. Understand? Okay, single inclination means we'll draw up to here. Only you have a surface inclination. You won't draw this part in the single inclination. Understand? You have a problem. Before this one, you have a single inclination problem. You have a 3 to 4 problems here. Only 2 problems here given. Okay, one is this problem. A regular pentagon of 25 mm side. Here you have a pentagon, you have projected, you have drawn a single inclination. Another one is the circle. You have a one problem of circle. These are the single inclination problems. Okay, in double inclination, first you will draw the first inclination, then you will proceed to the second inclination. So, you can learn both the problems here. The double inclination itself. Okay. So, when you see this problem, here he has given a square ABCD of 50 mm side has a corner A in the HP. Here you have a corner resting, side resting. Understand? This square is resting on the corner. This square is resting on the corner. He's saying that the square is resting on the corner. When you see the square here, understand, it has a corner and sides, edge. Understand? Sometimes it will rest on the side, sometimes it will rest on the corner. We will give in the question. Okay, you have to identify it carefully. A square ABCD has given a square ABCD of 50 mm side has its corner A in the HP. Has its corner A in the HP. Its diagonal AC is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. Its diagonal AC is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees to VP parallel to HP. Draw its projection. He has given a two inclinations. One is inclined to HP, 30 degrees to HP. The diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. Inclined to HP means draw the inclination in VP. Inclined to VP means we'll draw the inclination in HP. When you see this diagram, understand, he's saying that the given square corner is resting in the HP means we'll draw the square in the HP first, base resting on its corner. Understand, resting on its corner means, I will show you, I will show this problem. See this one carefully. Initially, this is the square I have. It is resting like this on the HP. Initial position of this square is like this. He is saying that this is a square A, B, C, D. Understand? A, B, C, D. Its corner A is resting on the HP. What he is saying, its corner A is, initial position of the square will be like this. After that, its corner is resting on the HP. Resting corner A is in the HP. Its diagonal AC. This one will be the diagonal AC. This diagonal AC is inclined at 30 degrees. Initially, this diagonal is inclined at 30 degrees. Resting on the corner A and inclined at 30 degrees. After that, what he is saying, this is one inclination. This inclination is known as a surface inclination. Total surface is inclined now. And the diagonal BD, which is the diagonal BD here? This one. This point is B. This point is D. I am saying this point is B. And this is inclined at 45 degrees. So I am inclining this diagonal 45 degrees. Understand? It is inclined at 45 degrees to, now it is 90 degrees to VP. 90 degrees, some degrees to VP. It is inclined at 30 degrees to HP now, this diagonal AC. Then diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees. I am rotating like this. The total diagram, I am rotating 45 degrees. This diagonal is in 45 degrees inclination now. This is the B point, which is 45 degrees, okay, inclined. Understand? Is it clear? This is the B point. ఏంటమ్మా
బోర్డ్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్తుంది ఇక్కడ స్క్రీన్ డిస్ప్లే అవ్వట్లేదు సార్.
స్క్రీన్ డిస్ప్లే అవ్వట్లేదా? కెమెరాలో చూడండి అమ్మా. ఆయన చెప్పింది కెమెరాలో. ఓకే ఓకే వైట్ బోర్డ్ లో చెప్పట్లేదమ్మా. జస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ హౌ దిస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఈస్ రన్నింగ్. జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద స్క్వేర్ ABCD. Okay, see in the camera. This is the square ABCD. Emma, is it clear now? Is it visible? Emma, this is your horizontal plane. This one is your vertical plane. It is like this. Okay, this is your square ABCD. This is your square ABCD. This point is A, this point is B, this point is C, this point is D. ABCD. Now it is, I have taken the position such that it is resting on its corner A. Understand? Corner A lo rest అయినప్పుడు మనం square ఇలా draw చేయాలి. If it is resting on the side AB, then you have to draw the square like this. Normal. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే మనం రాంబస్ లాగా డ్రా చేస్తాం. ఓకే, ఫర్ ద పొజిషన్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రెస్టింగ్ ఆన్ ద కార్నర్ A. He's saying that it is inclined at diagonal AC. This one is A, this one is C. The diagonal AC is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. Now I am making an inclination of 30 degrees with HP. This is the horizontal plane. I am making an inclination of 30 degrees with HP. Okay, you will see the inclination in VP. మనం ఇంక్లినేషన్ ఎక్కడ డ్రా చేస్తాము? VP లో డ్రా చేస్తాం. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ద డయాగ్నల్ BD, దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద B పాయింట్, దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ A, ద రెస్టింగ్ పాయింట్ ఈజ్ A, దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ ద B పాయింట్. దెన్ ద డయాగ్నల్ BD ఈజ్ inclined at 45 degrees. What I am doing is I am just rotating this BD diagonal to 45 degrees to VP. This is the final position of the diagram. Then you have to draw the front view and top view. Understand? ఇలా ఉంటది. Initially it is inclined at 30 degrees. Then I am rotating this B point to 45 degrees. This is the final position. So how will you draw? You can see in the whiteboard. మనం ఎలా డ్రా చేస్తామో just see here. For every drawing, the procedure will be same. All the notations above the reference line. What are the notations are there in VP? We will consider it as a dash. Understand? We consider it as a dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, like that. All the notations in the HP will consider it as A, B, C, D, A1, B1, A2, V2. Okay? So, first, I am considering the reference line XY. Okay. Before that, you should know where to draw the square. Okay. Here he has given clearly that the square ABCD of 50 mm side has its corner A in the HP. That means it is in the HP. It has given clearly. Understand? If the diagram is in the HP, the first inclination you have to draw in VP. That means incline to VP you have to draw. Okay, I will explain that one next. Just first, where you have to start the diagram, you need to identify it. For that one, it is clearly given that corner A is in the HP means the diagram is in the HP. So what I am doing is I am taking one point, I am marking 45 degrees like this. Understand? I am taking one point, I am marking 45 degrees like this. After that I am cutting 50 mm. I am cutting 50 mm here. I am cutting 50 mm here. From here I am cutting 50. I will form a square ABCD. This corner point I am considering it as A, B, C, D. Is it visible? I am considering it as ABCD. I am drawing all the projections lines with this violet color. I am projecting A here. I am projecting BD here. I am projecting C here. Understand? This one will be A dash. I am projecting this point C here. I am projecting A here. I will get a point A dash. Projecting A here. I will get a point A dash. I am projecting B and D here. I will get a B dash, B dash. I am projecting C here. I will get a C dash. Okay. After that, we have given inclination that A is diagonal AC is inclined at 30 degrees to HP means I will draw the inclination in VP. Understand? I will draw the inclination in VP. 30 degrees to HP means I will draw the inclination in VP. After that, I will mark these points here. I am marking A1 dash. This point as A1 dash. I will measure from A1 dash from this point to this point. I am measuring from A1 dash to B1 dash on this line. I am measuring this point and measuring on the compass and cutting an arc here. I am measuring on the compass and cutting an arc here. Here I will get a B1 dash, B1 dash. Next I am measuring from B1 dash to C1 dash. I am measuring this distance. Is it clear? I am measuring this distance and cutting an arc here. Measuring with the compass from B1 dash to D1 dash, B1 dash to C1 dash and cutting an arc here. I will get a point C1 dash. Now I am projecting A1 dash downward, D1 dash downward, C1 dash downward. I am projecting D right side, AC right side, C right side. Okay, I am marking the same points here. I am marking the same points here. Here I have A1 dash, here I have A. I am marking A. Here I have B, D. Here I have a D. I am marking A. This one is A1. This one is D1. I am marking B, C here. This one is D1. I am marking C, C here. Okay. This is a C line. This is also a C line. So, C1. Then I am joining all the points. This is the first position of the inclination. This one is first inclination. This one will be a front view. This one will be the top view in the first inclination. Is it clear? This inclination is known as a surface inclination. Okay. Is it clear up to here? చెప్పండి ఇంకోసారి చెప్పండి సార్.
A dash and B to A dash measurements are equal or not?
అవి ఈక్వల్ గా ఉంటాయమ్మా. ఏ డాష్
A dash నుంచి A1 dash measurement equal or not?
That is not a, there is no use of this measurement. Understand? Just you are projecting directly. ఈ వర్టికల్ మెజర్మెంట్ మనం అసలు ఎప్పుడు చూసుకోము. వాడి క్వశ్చన్ లో కనుక మెన్షన్ చేస్తేనే మనం మెజర్ చేస్తాం.
అంటే A1 డేస్ రెఫరెన్స్ లైన్ ఎక్కడైనా లొకేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చా?
ఎక్కడైనా కాదమ్మా, మనం ఎక్కడ ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము ఏని ఇక్కడ ప్రొజెక్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా అక్కడే మార్క్ చేయాలి. ఈ వర్టికల్ డిస్టెన్స్ మనం తీసుకోము. ఓకే, జస్ట్ యువర్ ప్రొజెక్టింగ్ ఇట్. జస్ట్ ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ వన్స్ అగైన్.
పేరు రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్ కి ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఉందో అది ఎలా సార్?
అది నార్మల్ గా మనం కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటామమ్మా సమ్ డిస్టెన్స్. ఇఫ్ హీ హాజ్ మెన్షన్డ్ ఇన్ ద క్వశ్చన్ దట్ ఇట్స్ మిడ్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ 20 mm బిలో ద రిఫరెన్స్, 20 mm ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ VP అంటే 20 mm దగ్గర దాని మిడ్ పాయింట్ తీసుకొని దాని నుంచి మనం డయాగ్రామ్ డ్రా చేయాలి. లేదంటే డయాగ్రామ్ డ్రా చేసిన తర్వాత ముందు ఈ స్క్వేర్ డ్రా చేసిన తర్వాత దీని యొక్క మిడ్ పాయింట్ మార్క్ చేసుకొని ఇక్కడ నుంచి 20 mm మెజర్ చేసుకొని అప్పుడు రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్ డ్రా చేస్తాం. ఓకే, వాడు అడిగితే క్వశ్చన్ లో ఇస్తే కనుక యూ హ్యావ్ టు కన్సిడర్ లైక్ దట్. బట్ హీ డిడెంట్ మెన్షన్ ఎనీథింగ్, సో యూ కెన్ డ్రా డైరెక్ట్లీ విత్ సమ్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఫర్ ప్రొజెక్షన్. అండర్స్టాండ్? మీరు ఇంక్లినేషన్స్ అవన్నీ డ్రా చేయాలి కాబట్టి విల్ లీవ్ సమ్ డిస్టెన్స్ హియర్. సో ఐఎమ్ కన్సిడరింగ్ the point here A, then I am considering the point A. I am taking 45 degrees this side. I am extending it. I am extending this side. I am extending this side. I am cutting 50-50 as arc here. Here also 50-50. From here I am cutting 50-50. It will form a square ABCD. Understand? I am projecting this A upward, this BD upward, this C upward on the reference line. Here I will get A dash, B dash, B dash, C dash. These notations are very important. Okay, based on these notations only you will draw the diagram. After that he has given an inclined at 30 degrees to HT means I am drawing the inclination in VP with a 30 degrees. Then I am taking here one point as A1 dash. Understand? I am taking first point as A1 dash here. Then I am measuring from A1 dash to B1 dash, D1 dash. I am measuring the distance and cutting an arc here. Using the compass I am measuring directly. Similarly, I am measuring this distance using the compass, and from here I will get a B1 dash, D1 dash. From here I will cut an arc, I will get a C1 dash. Understand? I am projecting this. Chapandi.
From A1 dash to B1 dash, D1 dash measurement.
అది మనం కంపాస్ తో మెజర్ చేయాలమ్మా. మీకు ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ వస్తుందో ఆ డిస్టెన్స్ మెజర్ చేసి కట్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, నేను ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను, రెడ్ పెన్ తో ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాను. యూ హ్యావ్ టు మెజర్ this distance using compass and cut here. Understand? You have to measure this distance using the compass. From here we'll cut here. Okay?
Dash point ఎలా వచ్చింది?
ఏంటమ్మా?
A1 dash point.
A1 dash point మనం డైరెక్ట్ గా రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్ మీద తీసుకున్నాం. Why? Because here A is on the reference line. Okay, it is touching to the ground. It is A is touching to the HT. It is on HT కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్ గా మనము A ని రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్ మీద తీసుకున్నాము. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆన్ ద రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్. మీకు ఇంక్లైన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఆఫ్టర్ ఇంక్లినేషన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆన్ ద రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్. After that, I am projecting these lines downwards. I am projecting these lines right side. I am marking the same point. First, I am considering A1 dash. I am going from A1 dash line. Okay, this is A point. So I am marking it as A1. Next, I am going with a D1, D1. Here you have a D1, D1. So here I am considering D1. Here I am considering D1. This line, this point is C1. So So I am joining all the points. Whatever the lines I have drawn with a pink, that violet color, those should be light. Understand? Very light. And all the other projections should be light. Only the final view should be the dark. This should be little bit light. This space which I am drawing with a black pen, those should be little bit light. All the violet color lines should be very light. Projection line should be very light. And the final diagram should be dark. Okay, is it clear up to here? అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next inclination here he has given. What he is saying that the diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. He is saying that the diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees to VP means we will draw the inclination in HP. So I am drawing an inclination of 45 degrees in HP. Understand? After drawing this inclination, he is saying that the diagonal BD is inclined. Understand? Where is the BD here? BD is here. So what I am doing is, just I am marking, ఇక్కడ మీకు ఏదైతే డయాగ్రామ్ ఉందో ఈ టోటల్ డయాగ్రామ్ ని మనము ఇక్కడ ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేస్తాము. అండర్స్టాండ్? నేను సర్కిల్ గీసాను కదా, బ్రౌన్ సర్కిల్. The same diagram will be projected here on the inclination of 45 degrees. So how will you do? See here, it is 45 degrees inclined. Okay, on this inclination you have a diagonal. I am considering a point here as D2. Understand? This is the diagonal BD. The diagonal BD, దాన్ని incline చేస్తాం 45 degrees. I am considering the point D2. I am measuring from D2 to B1. I am measuring this distance using the compass. I am cutting an arc here. Okay, I will get a D2 point. Okay. Am I clear? Just I am taking a D2 point here. After that I am measuring D1 to B1 and cutting an arc here. I will get a B2 point. After that I am measuring D1 to this midpoint. I am measuring this distance and cutting an arc here. Okay. I am measuring this distance and cutting an arc here using the compass only. Just I am putting the compass there and cutting here. Take D2 as a center and cutting here. Then I am joining. This line is perpendicular to this line. Is it? Okay. Can you see here? This line is perpendicular to this line. So I am drawing one line perpendicular to it. Okay. I am drawing one line perpendicular to it. After that, I am measuring the distance from here to here. Understand? This midpoint to C1 and cutting an arc here. This midpoint to A1 and cutting an arc here. I will get a point A2 here. I will get a point C2 here. Then I am joining this thing. Now the diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees. Now the diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees. After that, is it clear? Okay. After that, first I am marking inclination of 45 degrees. He is saying that diagonal BD is inclined. This is the diagonal BD. Okay. So I am taking the D point here. Initially, this is D2. Then I am measuring D2, B1. ఈ D to B1 ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ ఉందో మెజర్ చేశాను. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఫ్రమ్ D2 ఐఎమ్ కటింగ్ an arc here. I will get a D2 point. After that ఐఎమ్ మెజరింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ D1 to this midpoint. D1 నుంచి ఈ మిడ్ పాయింట్ కి ఎంత ఉందో మెజర్ చేసి I have cut the midpoint at the center. Understand? After that this line is perpendicular to this line. Understand? This line is perpendicular to this line. So I am drawing one perpendicular line here. So I am drawing one perpendicular line here to that line. After that I am measuring from this point to C1, midpoint to C1 I am measuring it and cut an arc here. Midpoint to A1 measuring it and cut an arc here. We'll get a A1, C1, A2, C2. We'll get a point A2, C2. I am joining this ABCD, A2, B2, C2, D2. Okay, is it clear up to here?
Repeat చేయండి.
మా అర్థం కాలేదా? ఫస్ట్ హ్యావ్ మార్క్డ్ D2 పాయింట్. ఇక్కడ D1 ఉంది మనకు డయాగ్నల్ BD. He is saying that diagonal BD is inclined at 45 degrees. So I am taking 45 degrees and marking D2 point here. And after that I am measuring from D2 to B1. ఎంత ఉందో మెజర్ చేసి కంపాస్ తో I have cut an arc here. After that I have a midpoint here at the center. At the center you have a midpoint. So I have measured from D1 to చెప్పండి
సార్
కొద్దిగా డిస్టెన్స్ తీసుకుంటాము. ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ రిఫరెన్స్ లైన్ కి టచ్ అవ్వకుండా కొద్దిగా డౌన్ తీసుకుంటాము. ఓకే,
తీసుకున్నా పర్లేదా?
సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటంటే యూ విల్ కన్సిడర్ ద మిడ్ పాయింట్ హియర్. ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ మెజరింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ D1 to this midpoint and cut an arc here. After that I am drawing this line are perpendicular. So I am drawing one perpendicular line to the inclined line. After that I am measuring from midpoint to C1. Midpoint నుంచి C1 కి ఎంత distance ఉంది. So I am measuring this distance from midpoint to C1 and cutting an arc here. You will get a C2. Midpoint to A1 and cutting an arc here. I will get a A2. I am joining all these things A, B, C, D. Okay, is it clear? After that I am projecting this A2 point upward. Projecting this B2 point upward. Projecting this B2 point upward, C2 point upward and D2 point upward. Understand? ఈ పాయింట్స్ అన్నిటినీ మనము వర్టికల్ గా స్కేల్ తో ప్రొజెక్ట్ చేశారు. ఆఫ్టర్ దాట్ ఐఎమ్ ప్రొజెక్టింగ్ దిస్ C1, B1, D1 and A1 is also there. I'm projecting A1 is on the reference line. So I am marking A1, A2 both are on the same line here. I'm marking here this point as A2 dash. This point as A2 dash. Next you have a D2 and B2 here. Here I have a D2 point. This point as D2 dash. Same points ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయో అవి మార్క్ చేస్తాం. So I am marking B here. This one is B2 dash. I am marking here it as C2 dash. Understand? Then I am joining A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. This one will be your final view. Understand? Ma, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
ఒకసారి చెప్పండి సార్ A2 డాష్ అవన్నీ.
ఓకే, మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను. Just 1 minute. Draw using your drawing instrument. It will be very clear and very easy. Okay, I want to explain again A2. Okay, when you see here, the projections are there. I am projecting A2 upward. I am projecting D2 upward. I am projecting B2 upward. Projecting B2 upward. I am projecting C2 upward. I am projecting A. I am marking the same points. A1 dash, A2. Both are on the same line here. I am considering it as A2 dash. Next I am see here D2. I am projecting these lines this side. So see here, you have a D2, you have a B1 D1 on the same line here. D2 is on the same line. You will get a D2 dash. Then I am projecting see here B2. B2 and B1 dash on the same line. This one will be B2 dash. Next C2 and C1 dash on the same line. This one is C2 dash. Then I am joining this one A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. Understand? Is it clear? Okay. When you see the diagram in the textbook, the final diagram will be like this. Okay, you draw with the dimensions. Okay. Is it clear? In this way you have to draw this diagram. Draw it within 5 minutes. Just I will explain the next problem. It is from ND Bhatt, problem number 12.6. This is from ND Bhatt, problem number 12.6, page number 262. From the soft copy, just go through it. Page number 262, problem number 12.6. The final diagram should be dark. The final diagram which I have drawn with a red pen, that should be dark. And the remaining diagram should be little bit dark. And all the projection lines should be very light. And the reference line should be dark. Okay?
Sir,
చెప్పండమ్మా.
ఫైనల్ డయాగ్రామ్ రెడ్ కలర్ తో గీసిందే కదా సార్?
అవునమ్మా. This will be the final front view. This will be the final top view. This is the final front view. This one will be the
స్క్రీన్ కనిపించడం లేదు సార్.
స్క్రీన్ కనిపించటం లేదా? షేర్ చేసే ఉన్నాను కదమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి.
కనిపిస్తుంది.
And listen one thing, when you see here in this diagram, if you have a first inclination, you have a first inclination here in the VP you have drawn, then the basic diagram should be in the HP. Understand? Is it clear? Your first inclination VP lo draw chesaru 30 degrees. So basic diagram should be in the HP. If you forget that, if you are confused, you have drawn this 45 degrees here instead of here. ఇక్కడ డ్రా చేయకుండా ఆ 45 degrees కనుక ఇక్కడ డ్రా చేసి స్క్వేర్ కనుక ఇక్కడ డ్రా చేస్తే won't get the diagram. Understand? You won't get the top view and front view. So remember it. Okay. Always the basic diagram and the first inclination both are in opposite. If the first basic diagram is in the HP, the first inclination should be in VP. You have to draw in VP. Our condition is based on it. Okay. So next I am going to the next problem. Moving to the next problem. This is one problem. Problem number okay. See, we are going to do this problem. Problem number 12.8, page number 263. Problem number 12.8, page number 263. Draw the projections of the regular hexagon of 25 mm side, having one of its sides in the HP. He has given clearly that it is resting on its side in the HP and inclined at 60 degrees to VP. And inclined at 60 degrees. The side which is resting is inclined at 60 degrees to VP and its surface is making an angle of 45 degrees to HP. Read the question carefully. Draw the projection of a regular hexagon of a 25 mm side having with one of its sides in the HP and inclined at 60 degrees to VP and its surface making an angle of 45 degrees with HP. Anybody can say that where you have to draw the diagram. You know that you will draw the diagram in HP. It has given one of its sides in the HP. Okay, which inclination you will draw the first? 60 degrees or 45 degrees?
45 degrees.
Okay, 45 degrees. Okay, one thing you have to remember that the surface inclination should be first. And another thing, if you are confused where you have to draw the inclination, he is saying that the given side is in the HP means you have to draw the diagram in HP. If the diagram is in HP, the first inclination you need to draw in VP. VP means if angle is 45 degrees to HP means we'll draw the inclination in VP. Understand? Is it clear?
Sir,
Okay, see here. Just given a diagram. First you will draw the hexagon. Okay, then you have drawn 45 degrees. You have projected downward. Then you have taken 60 degrees. And you have projected the same side here. Okay, I will draw the diagram. See here. Excuse me. Given side as 25. So, I am considering this as a reference line. I have told you how to draw the hexagon. I am taking the side here. I am drawing 108, 108. I am cutting 25, 25. Then I am drawing one line like this. I'm drawing one line like this, one line like this. I'm cutting from here. I am cutting 25. From here I am cutting 25. I will get an hexagon here. Understand? Is it clear? Here it will be. You can consider any point. I am considering here it as A, B, C, D, E, F. Understand? I am considering it as A, B, C, D, E, F. Then I am projecting upward. Okay. Then this one will be A dash. This one will be A dash, B dash, E dash, F dash, D dash, E dash. Okay. Then the inclination here it is. The surface makes an angle of 45 degrees with HP. Means we'll draw the inclination in with VP. 45 degrees here with VP. After that, again the procedure will be same. I am measuring, taking A1 dash, B1 dash here. Then I am measuring from A1 dash to C1 dash, F1 dash. I am cutting an arc here. I am measuring from C1 dash to D1 dash and cutting an arc here. And I am marking the point C1 dash, F1 dash, D1 dash, E1 dash. Understand? Is it clear? E1 dash. Then I am projecting this point downward. Projecting downward. I am projecting these points right side. This point right side. Okay. I am marking the same point. Here it is A. Here it is A. A1. Here it is B. Here it is B. B1. Here it is C. Here it is C. C1. Here it is D. Here it is D. D1. Here it is E. Here it is E. E1. Here it is F. Here it is F. F1. I am joining all these points A, B, C, D, E, F. Understand? Now up to here it is clear? Same procedure.
Yes, sir.
Next, here he has given what he is saying that the side having one of its sides in the HP and inclined at 60 degrees to VP. The side resting side inclined at 60 degrees to VP. So VP means we'll draw the inclination in HP. VP means we'll draw the inclination in HP. I am drawing inclination of 60 degrees in HP. Okay. What is the resting side here? What is the resting side? Resting side is AB. It is resting on AB. The side is inclined at 60 degrees, he is saying. Okay. So, I am taking that side, I am taking A1 point here. I am taking the point, I am taking A1 point here. I am taking A1 point here. And I am measuring from A1 to B1. And the distance is the measure. I am measuring from distance from A1 to B1 and cutting an arc here. I am getting a B1 here. After that, I am drawing this pink color violet line here. It is perpendicular to A. I am drawing like this. It is also perpendicular to A. I am drawing like this. Understand? Is it clear?
సార్ A1 B1 ఎలా తీసుకున్నాం సార్?
A1 I am consider one point here. ఇక్కడ మనం చూస్తే ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ ఉంది కదమ్మా, బ్లాక్ కలర్ తో డ్రా చేసాం. A1 B1 C1 D1 ప్రొజెక్టెడ్ డయాగ్రామ్. ఈ ప్రొజెక్టెడ్ డయాగ్రామ్ మొత్తాన్ని మనం ఏంటంటే ఇంక్లైన్ చేస్తాం 60 డిగ్రీస్. Is it clear? A1 I have taken the point here first on the inclined line. Then I have measured A1 to B1. A1 to B1 and the compass to measure chesi. I have cut an arc here from A1. Understand? Why is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then I have drawn a perpendicular line. Why? Because from A1 it is perpendicular, from B1 it is perpendicular. So after that I have measured the distance from here to this line. E line నుంచి ఈ line కి distance ఎంత ఉందో measure చేశాను. Okay, I have cut an arc here. Understand? This line to this line, I have measured the distance and cut an arc here, and I have drawn one line like this. This line I have drawn. Okay. Is it clear? Just I am projecting this second diagram. ఈ second diagram ని 60 degrees rotate చేస్తున్నాం. Yes. Number 6.
అంటే మిడ్ పాయింట్ నుంచి మెజర్ చేశారు సార్. A1 నుంచి మిడ్ పాయింట్.
A1 నుంచి మిడ్ పాయింట్ కి మెజర్ చేశాను. మెజర్ చేసి అక్కడ కట్ చేశాను. ఓకే. Then after that I am measuring from A1 to E1. I am measuring from A1 to E1 and cutting here. This one is A2. Sorry. This one is A2. This one is B2. I will get E2 here. Okay. I am measuring from B1 to D1 and cut an arc here. I will get B2. Understand? I am measuring from the midpoint to F1. I am measuring from midpoint to F1 and I am cutting from here to F1. I will get a point F2. I am measuring from this midpoint to C1 and cutting an arc here. I will get a C2. Understand? Then I am joining all these points with a free scale. I will get a hexagon. Understand? It is now A2, B2 is inclined at 60 degrees. The total diagram is also inclined at 60 degrees. Now I am projecting all these points upwards. I am projecting A, B2, C2, D2, E2, F2. I am projecting EF, DE and AB. I am marking the same points here now. I am marking A2, A2. I will get A2 dash here. I am marking next B. Next we will go to the B. I will get a B2 here. B2 dash. Next I will go to the C. I will get C2 dash here. Next I will go to the D. Here I will get D2 dash here. C2 dash here. Next I will go to E. I will get a E2 dash here. Next I will go to F. I will get a F2 dash. Then join all the points with a free hand. A to B with a scale, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to A. This is the final view of your hexagon. Understand? Emma, is it clear? Indama? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Okay. Very simple problem. Just practice it once. Anybody has any doubts? చెప్పండి. Anybody has any doubts?
Sir, why can't we take F2 C2 on 60 degrees line?
You can take we can take the midpoint also on the same line. Why? Because it is also inclined. But here he has given clearly that the side is inclined. It will be better. Sometimes he will say that the diagonal is longest diagonal is inclined. At that point you can take. Now also you can take. It is a correct one also. But you won't. You will get some confusion. So I didn't take like that. You can take. If you take F2 C2 or also on the inclined line, it will be correct. Then the side will be inclined. Understand? Okay, if you take F2 C2, this line also on the inclined line, then also this A2 B2 is inclined, but this A2 B2 should be the line on the resting point. So I am taking this line on the inclination line. So I am inclining from that point. Understand? అర్థమవుతుందా? రెస్టింగ్ పాయింట్ అది కాబట్టి దాని మీద నుంచి మనం రొటేట్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి సో ఐఎమ్ కన్సిడరింగ్ ఆన్ A2 B2. ఓకే, is it clear? Okay, I'm ending this section. Any doubts? Anybody has any doubts? Okay, I am ending this session. Okay, tomorrow. Yes.
Resting line another.
ఇక్కడ మనకు రెస్టింగ్ పాయింట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రెస్టింగ్ ఆన్ ద సైడ్ ఏబి అని క్లియర్ గా ఇచ్చాడు కదా క్వశ్చన్ లో. హ్యావింగ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ సైడ్స్ హెచ్పి దట్ ఈస్ ద రెస్టింగ్ సైడ్. మనం తీసుకుంటే ఏంటి, ఫస్ట్ దిస్ ఏబి ఈస్ ద రెస్టింగ్ సైడ్ వేర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంక్లైన్. ఆల్రెడీ ఐ హావ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద రెస్టింగ్ సైడ్. It is square. Okay, when you see here, resting side means if you have taken the square here, square ganaka teeskunte, when you consider the square here, the square is like this. When it is inclined, what happens? It is inclined like this. Similarly, the hexagon is inclined on this side. This side edaithe undo, okay, horizontal plane aanukoni undo, that is the first side it is inclined. It is resting on this side AB. Understand? After that it is inclined like this. Okay, is it clear? Initial ga manam teeskunte the hexagon, if you consider this as hexagon, this is the resting side AB. Initially it is like this. First it has a surface inclination. Total surface is inclined. It is now resting on AB side. After that this AB side is inclined at 60 degrees. It is rotating like this. Understand? Okay na? Yes sir. Yes sir. Okay. Okay. Okay, I am ending this session. Okay, thank you for attending. Remaining problem, okay, I will explain you in tomorrow's class. I will share the PDF. Just go through those problems as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.